Hey y'all, it's Macro Monday here on Hopped Up Beer Review. Today we're trying Coors Banquet beer out of Golden, Colorado from Coors Brewing Company. Thanks for joining us.
Welcome to Hopped Up Beer Review. It is everybody's favorite Monday of the month, the first Monday of the month. It is Macro Monday, and we are super excited to be trying another macro today. Before we get to that, overly excited. Before we get to that, be sure to like, subscribe, and cheers that notification bell. And also check us out on social media. The links are below in the description. I am Ben. There is Andy in the attic and Jay in his lovely America shirt. What are we going to be drinking today, boys?
Today we are going to beautiful Golden, Colorado for the Coors Banquet beer. Excited to have a good old macro from the Coors Brewing Company.
Happy pre-taped 4th of July to you there, Jay. And
Same
that's you,
to you.
Ben. Yeah.
All right. In the 1936 Stubby bottle, I had to go all over town looking for the Stubbies, and so luckily found some. So definitely excited to give this one a shot. It's been a while since I've had Banquet.
Yeah.
So
I was trying to find the last time I logged it, and it's been almost 7 years, I think.
Wow.
That's the last time I logged it, but I can't remember if I've even had it since then.
I can't remember the last time I've had it. It's been a long time. So
Yeah.
definitely let's crack it. I'm definitely excited to see what we got here.
Crack and pour, and let's learn a few things about our American macros.
Right.
Well, it is the coveted lager, according to them.
So
Coors Banquet beer, yeah. So, a little history on this guy. The brewery started in 1873 by Adolf Coors and another man named Jacob Schuler. They were German beer brewers. Adolf Coors first came to the United States in 1868. It's from, at the time, it was like Prussia area. So I don't think the things that the borders that we know exist.
I think what Jay is trying to allude to there is cheers, mates.
He's
Cheers,
ready to
mates.
celebrate freedom. And immigration where our country was founded on.
Happy 4th.
Happy 4th.
It's definitely more flavor to it than a Coors Light.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, for y'all out there, this is an American lager, which is a type of pale lager. It's also referred to as an adjunct lager. Adjunct meaning it's modestly hopped compared to Czech and Bohemian or Bavarian beers. And it uses adjuncts like corn and rice in it. Coors Banquet comes in at 5% alcohol and 15 IBUs. And
Interesting.
I just want to make sure that this said 5 because I think some other things said 4.5%.
So I love
this
the
says 5.
little touch there. I don't know if you guys had yours as well, but underneath the bottle cap, there's a little quote, "Quietly work, let success speak up," is what mine says.
Lucky. Mine is lame. Only brewed with high country barley. It's in
Yours is
Colorado.
lame.
High country.
Mine says a hard day's work deserves a beer.
Mhm.
So they must have known, that today I worked super hard. So definitely
A lazy day deserves a beer too. A vacation
true.
day deserves
Yeah.
a beer.
Every
Deserves a
day.
beer.
Yeah. Yeah.
So continuing on with the story, um, the money that they put into it, it was like Adolf Coors only put in $2,000, and this other guy, Jacob Schuler, put in $18,000 to start up this brewery.
What year?
And then 1873. And then he bought out Jacob Schuler, Adolf Coors did, and what year was that? 1880. And it's been brewed in Golden, Colorado ever since. And to this day, it is the largest single brewing facility in the world. So
Wow.
all of Coors is brewed and shipped out from Golden, Colorado at that brewery. So, we've seen other things. They have the AC Golden label. And then, of course, Coors Banquet, Coors Light. So it's a lot going on. I'm like, because when we did Budweiser, they've got 13 flagships around the U.S.
What was that? Was it Colorado Native?
Yeah.
Was that the
Yep.
one from
Mhm.
Yeah.
About AC Golden
AC
Brewing.
Golden?
Yeah.
AC
And
Golden
wow.
Brewing.
And we've seen other, not necessarily macros, but they might as well be regionals like Kona that have 3 or 4 breweries.
Mhm. I think that had like 5. I think we
5?
counted that
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
5.
So this is made out of the hops are Chinook, Hallerton, Hercules, and Taurus hops. It's got some cool sounding hop names to it.
Yeah, it does.
Cool.
So
Do we have any clue or any idea why that's where they got the banquet name from? Have we seen anything on that?
No,
Anything
I
about
don't.
the naming of it?
I didn't
Yeah.
see anything reference to it, and I looked on a bunch of different sites. When something like big like this, I'm looking all over the place. I spent a good bit of time and try to get the most interesting facts. Not as much controversy as there was with Budweiser. That's something that was kind of neat. So they started this beer in 1873, but in 1936, he was gifted these Moravian barley seeds. Moravia is in what's present day Czech Republic, and it's the eastern half. So in the Czech Republic, the western half is Bohemia, the eastern half is Moravia. We went over that in another one. And a plant worker there at the Coors Brewing took the seeds and put it in her garden. And today, since that time, from 1936, the beer is brewed with some type of a barley, that derived from those initial seeds.
Wow.
that's way cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, if I had to guess, man, I'd say probably they called it Banquet over time for it being the higher end version for weddings and parties and things like that to try and give it a marketing flair.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Cool. Well, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. It's been a while, but it's so far. We'll see how it comes out. America, why don't you go first on 4th
I'm
of
all
July?
about it. Yeah.
4th of July taping here.
Sure. This is easy drinking. I've always been a Coors fan. That was one of my go-tos and gateway beers, Coors Light, and the occasional Coors Banquet. So going back to it, it's easy drinking for me. I love it. I'll give it a 6.5, solid macro.
All right, Andy, what you think?
I actually kind of like it. I guess because I've had so much Coors Light, through the years, and it's one of those when you're at a function that's a spread over hours, and you're gonna crush a lot of beer. You go for you might start with some good, but then you just start hitting light stuff. And so, like I said, I really haven't gone to this in a while, but it's not bad. It's it tastes like a good lager. I'll give it a 6. So if I have it at 6, I'll drink it again. So yeah, not a
If
bad
I walk
score
up
for
to
this
you
guy.
if I walk up to you and hand you a beer, you're gonna drink it. Even if you give it a 2.
Well,
I mean, just
I mean, it'll
maybe
have
not two.
preference over other beers. Let's just say
No,
that.
there are one or two that I wouldn't. I would say no.
Fair enough.
What was that at the bar that we had that was years ago, and we were playing in Dealer Calls It? And so whoever was buying drinks got to pick what everybody drinks, and we would go to each one and ask the bartender, it's like, what's the worst either beer or drink that you can, and it was, what was that, MGD 64 or something like that, or it was a Miller product with the lowest calories they could put
That
in it.
sounds
And
right,
it was
yeah.
it was just like bad water. It was
Yeah.
so bad.
Yeah, we might have to do a Dealer Call It Beer Edition again
Yeah.
sometime, because we were not doing just beer at that occasion, and I think I'm too old for that at this point.
Yeah.
All right, back to the banquet here. I think that it definitely exceeded my expectations from what I remember. And of course, I didn't lead off the show with our normal, we give our unprofessional and somewhat biased opinion here. So I was expecting to be a little more biased in this review, to be honest, because again, I was thinking it was not going to be, I didn't remember it being very good. Let's put it that way. And I think it's definitely better than I remembered. I'm going to give it a 5 because, again, I think it's I'm comparing it to the Bud Heavy that we reviewed on the last Macro Monday. I definitely would choose it over that for sure. Definitely something if we're out all day somewhere, I could definitely see picking up a couple of these, but it's not something I'm going to go pick out if I'm at the store, right? I'm going to pick out, I mean, I don't think either one of you would either, but it's something that I would drink and could drink after having some craft beer. So I guess I'll be the craft beer snob here and give it a 5.
You go to a dive bar and your choices are Bud Heavy, Bud Light, Coors Light, and this. I'd go with this. So.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm definitely not above drinking a cheap beer at a dive bar because that's the perfect setting for cheap beer, right? So I have definitely crushed some $4 PBR tall boys and at a New York City dive bar. New York City,
New York price.
Definitely have done that in the past. So, but yeah, for this, definitely one I wouldn't mind drinking again. Like you said, I would definitely pick it out above the ones you mentioned there.
I guess it's good attic beer.
What's not?
Yeah.
All right, that's a 5.8 for the Coors Banquet here on Macro Monday. Definitely appreciate you guys checking us out. Be sure to check out some of our other videos. For Andy in the attic and Jay in his America shirt, happy 4th of July, everybody. Hope you guys have a great one, and cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates. Go USA.